How on earth are we in the second half of this year? It was January yesterday. The fuck do you mean? But that means it's a mid-year check-in. And I'm excited because I feel like the past few months, oh my god, I'm getting a haircut, guys, in a few days. Leave me alone, don't talk to me about it. Yeah, the last few months specifically, I feel like the media I've been consuming has been very strong in comparison to like at the beginning of the year, which makes sense because more releases happen throughout the year. So 2 songs only on my music list because I genuinely forgot every other song that I had listened to at the beginning of this year, which means it's not going to make the impact that, you know, I'm hoping it would have made. But these 2 definitely have and will for the rest of my life. I love them so much. Genesis by Ray, if you're new here, I was in the music video, and Messy by Lola Young. Just such incredible songs, and just listen to them. That's all I can say. I can't even talk about it because I love them so much. Then YouTubers, which is something I don't really touch on because I go through phases where I just watch the same people over and over and over. So I don't touch on them on my like faves of the month, but I'll do it in this one because there's only 2. Rotten Mango, aka Stephanie Sue, and Lil Simzy. I have been obsessed with Rotten Mango for over 2 years now, still am. And Lil Simzy is a new find for me, so I'm she motivates me to play Sims all the time. So that's where I am at the moment with YouTube. Then books, obviously this is going to be quite a long one, but these are essentially all books that I've chosen that I feel made an impact this year, and things that I'll remember this time next year. Like, I'll still be thinking about it, basically. Obviously the Dune series, obviously. Not the End of the World by Hannah Ritchie. I quote this book all the time in discussions about climate change. It's the only book I've read about climate change that actually stuck with me, and it was just so, like, the take that she had on it was just so refreshing. So highly recommend, so good. The Door to Door Bookstore by Karsten Henn. Oh, I talk about this book so much. It's honestly, I think Karsten Henn's probably really concerned and thinks I'm a stalker at this point because I non-stop recommend this book. This book is, I recommend it to everyone because it's just so, it's so beautiful, it's so beautiful, it's so heartwarming. I just always think about it. Then we have Sociopath. This was so amazing to read. Essentially it was an audiobook read along that I was part of for Book Break Pan Mac, and we got a chance to speak to the author Patrick Gagney, who is, it's her memoir about how she is a diagnosed sociopath, and I just found it so interesting, and the way she wrote was also so talented. So I loved it. Then Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Don't even talk to me. I've got When in Rome, I've got loads of her books, and I refuse to read them because I want to wait until I experience that shit again. It was so, it's just the perfect, like, romance. It just had the perfect balance of everything. Stillborn by Guadalupe Nettle. This broke my heart, and I think it also will definitely become, or it would deserve to become, it was just so stunning. It was heartbreaking, but it was heartfelt, and it was beautifully written, and I just think all women should read it to a degree. Then Heart of a Dog by Mikhail Bulgakov. Yeah, just a short story, short book, but I loved it, and I don't know why I loved it so much, but I really did. I enjoyed it so much. Then Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Albom. I actually did a post on Instagram yesterday where I described why I love this book, and I literally said this is so MIACAVEN. Like, it's just me, it's just very me. So that's my reasoning for that one. Oh god, Little Weirds by Jenny Slate. That woman, Jenny Slate tattoo, that woman. I love her, I love her mind. I would marry her in an instant. That book was beautiful, seriously stunning. MILF by Paloma Faith, which is essentially a memoir, but it's about mostly her like being a mum. And although I'm nowhere near being a mum, I honestly found myself like, oh my god, that's so true, blah, blah. And I was just like, this woman, she's such an incredible writer. And then the last two are really recent. So Invisible Loss by Christina Rasmussen. This was about PTSD, and it found me mid PTSD diagnosis, and I just needed it so bad. I just really needed it. I genuinely I needed it so bad, and I really feel like it found me rather than the other way around. It really helped me, and I can't say that honestly about any other mental health books. I can't. I feel like they're so general and not helpful. So that's where I am with mental health books. And then finally my last read, which was How Can I Help You, which was sent to me, I believe it's the ARC that was sent to me, and it was by Verve Books that sent it to me, and it's a crime slash thriller, I would say. I'm a true crime stan, if you can't tell, Rum Mango, this book, a bit obvious. And I've read loads of thrillers, hate them, can't stand them. Crime thrillers, that's a bit of me. That's a bit of me. Yes, absolutely, yes. Yes, absolutely. I loved it, it was brilliant, and it was short as well, which was great because the amount of big books I have is overwhelming. So then we're on to movies, and I've got quite a few here. First of all, Snack Shack, which was just the perfect like 80s, it was set in the 80s, it's a brand new film, but 80s childhood American coming of age film. It was just perfect. I loved it. It was so good, so good, so underrated. I've never heard of it anywhere, but George, my boyfriend, just found it when we were looking at what movies to watch. Then Ray at the Royal Albert Hall, again, if you can't tell, just a Ray stan at this point, guys. Then we have Perfect Days. Oh my god, this movie, I was invited by Letterboxd and Mubi to watch the premiere for this, and it has stuck with me ever since. It is the most beautiful film I've ever seen. Again, so MIACAVEN, just so me. Like, when you think of me, it's just such a movie that I would like. But if you watch any movie this year, let it be Perfect Days. Dune 2, obviously. And then the Holdovers and Triangle of Sadness. Again, The Holdovers is such a me film. Triangle of Sadness I put here because even though I didn't necessarily enjoy it, it was a really good film. Like, it made me uneasy the entire time, and that was the point. So I enjoyed that it essentially did what it was meant to do. Finally, we're on shows. Jujutsu Kaisen. I refuse to watch the second season because no. Spy X Family, I watch it every night to go to sleep. Oh, this reminds me, technically he's a YouTuber, but he's more like on Instagram and TikTok. No, he's well, TikTok, yeah. I watch him on Instagram, but add this YouTuber to the list. Old time. I watch him every night to go to sleep. Literally, that's my nighttime routine. And he knows it because I sit there at night liking all the new rules. He's a streamer and he only plays fucking Prop Hunt, and I'm obsessed with watching this fucking game. But him specifically, I don't know why he makes me laugh so much. Then Law and Order SVU. Come on guys, this year is the first time I've ever watched a Law and Order SVU episode in February, and then I binged the entire 20 odd seasons in a month. Finally, Cowboy Bebop. I feel like that's just kind of a classic. And I love this show and I would watch it again. City of Ghosts. It's a kids show, but I loved it. It was brilliant. The animation is insane. The stories are adorable. Again, it's so fucking Miyako. So me. So me. But that is my list of faves so far this year. I'm excited to see what become my faves in the future, like 6 months from now, this time next year. What are your faves so far? Mid-year check-in, guys. What are your faves? Let me know down in the comments below. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.